Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley over yonder. Welcome to Monday. You are going to be proud of me. I
What did you
did
do?
something over the weekend that, well, first, did you watch AFV?
Of course not.
Okay. Well, you missed out a good one.
Uh-huh.
Lots of people wrecking Power Wheels. That was fun. Some dogs like that. Anyway, the AFV aside.
Okay.
Normally, and you know me, I have got no ability to keep my mouth shut on anything.
Right. You don't have much of a filter.
No. And
I don't have one, but you really don't have one.
well, and I'm also really not good at holding something and saving it till we can talk about it together. I'll usually just get right to Facebook and go, "Oh my God, you got to see this!
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Right.
this just happened! Oh my God, whatever."
Yep.
Well, I forced myself, as a matter of discipline and practice, to wait to talk about what I saw until today. with
Okay.
you, because it's something you have to see too.
All right.
Saturday, we're sitting around, and it's just a humdrum kind of Saturday. And I'm flipping through Netflix, and I'm going, give me something, anything. I'm digging for, and I've watched all my Ancient Alien stuff. I've watched all the, and I'm begging for something to distract me. Literally
Okay.
begging.
That's good.
I stop on this thing called Kunk on Earth.
Kunk?
Kunk on Earth.
Okay.
The most punishingly funny, absurd, fish out of water interview, history of the world type thing I have ever seen. This lady, and her name slips me, but she's an English actress.
Okay.
It's like a 5-part mini Netflix thing with the BBC. She does the history of the Earth from a complete idiot's perspective, and it is so funny. And she puts some of the world's top scholars on a frying pan and asks them the stupidest questions. I don't know how she kept a straight face. Literally in tears, laughing at this lady.
So she was asking dumb questions to really high level.
And I don't mean
people.
really smart people. I mean people on Stephen Hawking's level smart.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson, that type.
And higher.
Okay.
And the level of commitment she had to being able to keep a straight face, and the people she was interviewing, and I mean artists, thinkers, it meant you have to watch Kunk on Earth.
Now, did they get frustrated with her, or did they kind of see what she was doing and play along a little bit, or what? How did it go?
Some would show a little frustration. Some were just completely puzzled at what was happening. Others, I think, might have bought into it a little. I'll tell you this: episode 2 is not for the easily offended, especially when it comes to religion, because she talks about Christianity and Islam pretty bluntly. It's not patently offensive, but it's pretty point blank. The episode 1, it's just hysterical. It's so funny, and it's so dry, and it's so sarcastic. It's something you got to see. Kunk on Earth.
Okay. I think it's interesting because usually people always take pot shots at Christianity because it's just what they do, because it's easy, because we're not easily that's what I'm talking about, because we're not easily offended, because it doesn't, you can make fun of it, and it doesn't, for the most part, it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. It doesn't bring down their belief in Christ or anything.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, because these are jokes.
Right.
Again, I've never been offended at any joke involving my faith ever.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not worried that way.
And some are, and that's why I threw that in there. I just
Yeah.
said episode
Oh,
2
yeah.
may be a little too much for deeply devout
But
of
but
people of
the
faith.
fact that it's ballsier if you're throwing in Islam, and that gets ballsy
That
because there's a much less level of
tolerance.
tolerance for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Um, it's must see.
okay.
It really is hysterically funny.
I want to knock out before I get to anything else on Netflix, even stuff that I'm already watching. I gotta check out Chris Rock's.
I
latest,
read some of
because
the
I heard
stuff.
it was great.
Yeah,
Because obviously he's got to address the
yeah.
the Will Smith slap, and I guess he just takes Will and Jada Pinkett in that whole situation to the woodshed.
Well,
And there's nobody, and this goes back. The first special I saw him was I think it was 1999's Bigger and Blacker. I think that was the name of it. When he is on, there is nobody funnier, including Dave Chappelle, including Jerry Seinfeld, including any comic in the history. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. You can name anybody. There is nobody that makes me laugh harder than Chris Rock when he is at his apex. If he's still throwing fastballs, I'm really looking forward to it.
I read one of his lines from the stand-up line. He's 100% correct. At one point, we all look for love. We all sought out love in our lives, right? Mm-hmm. Now we're all looking for likes, and he is 100% correct on that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that too. But this Kunk on Earth is just not to be missed.
Okay, I will make a mental note. All right.
Gonna do some news?
Yeah, let's get into it. Could be a good day for trading on Wall Street today. In early action, shares were mostly higher in both Europe and Asia. This comes on the heels of strong data on the U.S. economy, which sent the Dow to its best close in over a month and a half last Friday. You know, when you take some dips, that's what always when you see it down, you wanna that's when you want to start buying. So
financial report.
What do you got?
$325.
Attaboy!
$325. Got to jack that up. I got to take some cans back and get me back up over the 500 mark.
You take some cans back. I will hit the blackjack tables if I can find some $10 ones. Those are harder to find now.
Are they getting nowadays. Down there now? No more $5 tables.
The $5 you're not getting. I end up going to the machines and playing the $1 sometimes, which sucks because you can't do it like you can't split. I mean, when you get two aces, it's not the same.
No,
it's not the same. I've been at an actual table.
When you get done gambling with your wife and she's busy playing penny slots and she's like, here's $20, play with this. And you're like, no.
Oh, God. It's just, and that lasts like 4 minutes. Then you're sitting around wandering aimlessly, just
drinking the free pop.
Yeah.
Here I am with my free Coke.
Enjoying the oxygen that gets you, revved up to gamble more.
Oxygen and cigarette smoke.
Yeah, there you go. Lynyrd Skynyrd guitarist Gary Rossington has passed away. The last surviving member of the Southern rock band died on Sunday. No cause of death has been given. Rossington survived the 1977 plane crash that killed the band members Ronnie Van Zant and Steve Gaines, as well as a backup singer Cassie Gaines. Rossington had heart surgery back in 2021. He was 71 years old. I always liked Skynyrd. Didn't love Skynyrd. I thought they were a properly rated band. They weren't overrated, underrated. Enjoyed most of their stuff. I thought Freebird as a song was slightly overrated just because, as a DJ, especially if you're working at a classic rock station.
Yeah.
You're just playing it over and over, and it can kind of give you a headache after a while. But it's kind of sad now that Skynyrd is officially done, even though they haven't really been Lynyrd Skynyrd
on with whoever's.
Yeah, but it won't be the same.
No, but
it just won't be.
I'll give you a great instance of Freebird. Fun story. We had, who was it? Molly Hatchet, Jimmy Van Sant, and Blackfoot came out and played Bike Time one year. And at the end of it, all the bands got together and did Freebird as an ensemble. And as I was standing there, I was working backstage at Bike Time and all this stuff. The lead singer, Molly Hatchett's like, hey, come on over, come on up on stage. And I'm literally invited up on stage with all of that Southern rock powerhouse, watching them do their thing. And it was literally a chill moment. I was like, wow.
It was your Chuck Negron moment.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, how do you get bigger?
That's all right. I'm sorry, you can't. It's hard.
How do you get bigger than high five and Chuck Negron? You just don't.
If you don't get to high five the lead singer of Three Dog Night,
right?
Hey, I don't know. I don't see. You couldn't go. You couldn't come down off that high.
No.
I'm telling you.
That's
as somebody who experienced that.
That's the guy who sang Shambhala.
There you go.
I know. Nothing bigger than that, but it was pretty damn cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Finally, March Madness has arrived. Both Michigan and Michigan State set to hit Chicago for the Big Ten tournament this week. Michigan, the 8th seed, after coming back from 14 points down.
I told you.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What?
After coming back from 14 points down in the first half to take a 12-point lead in the second half and blowing it to Indiana in overtime. Their second straight overtime loss, 75-73. They'll take on number 9 seed Rutgers at noon on Thursday. MSU is the 4 seed after knocking off the Ohio State on Saturday, 84-78. They don't play until the afternoon against either OSU, Wisconsin, or Iowa. Now, Michigan is in a tough spot.
Of course they are.
They have to win 3 games probably in the tournament to get into the big dance, and that's 3 games in 3 days, and that is a tall task. This team has way too much talent to be this poorly coached by former Fab Fiver Juwan Howard. This could be it for Juwan if he doesn't pull off a miracle run in Chicago this week. Because
all I have to say is like many other times.
That was awesome.
Like many other times.
Awesome.
Here's the University of Michigan standing up against the wall, facing the incredible odds that will only be faced by the University of Michigan. And Michigan State, from what I just heard, gets it teed right up. Here's another handout for Michigan State. Here's another freebie for little brother.
No.
Go ahead.
And speaking as little brother ankle biter, those ankles are tasty. That's some good meat on those ankles, man. Really, really good meat. And this is why it's even more tasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of the level of elitist douchebaggery that I have experienced.
What are you talking about?
Fan base. What am I talking about?
How can you be that way?
As illustrated over these last 3 or 4 minutes.
I don't believe you can act this way.
The elitism douchebaggery.
There's none of this going on. This is all in your head. This is something you're imagining.
Maybe it's all the bong resin. Maybe it's the bong resin that has impacted the brain cells of Michigan fans.
I don't think
that's
what
I'm speaking in terms of from a sports fan standpoint. I'm not talking about the actual character.
All right, do me a favor. Would you just be quiet for a minute?
But it is,
ladies and gentlemen. Let me address
it. It is awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're hearing here is Dave Cackley just being Dave. We're working on him. We've got a plan in place, and we're going to correct these measures because he's better than this. He realizes that the University of Michigan has sent more men to the moon than any other college out there. He also realizes that the University of Michigan. What?
Allegedly to the moon. We got to put that in parentheses.
I apologize on behalf of all people everywhere that Dave acts this way.
Oh God, I'm telling you, there's nothing as a Michigan State fan that is sweeter than watching Michigan blow leads to not get into the NCAA tournament. That is is it as good as watching them get beat by TCU in the college football playoff? Just a notch below that, maybe. But
let me tell you,
that was wonderful,
son. You're better than this.
Hey, maybe you get into the NIT. And you win the whole thing, and you get to hold up the 69th place trophy. I'm rooting for you. Good luck with that.
Dave,
all right.
You're better than
Philly beats the Red Wings 3-1. The Pistons were off that sports.
It's $200 for state stuff.
For state stuff, okay.
Ooh, it might be Michigan State. You never know.
We'll see. I have no idea.
In 1845, the U.S. Naval Academy was founded in this state.
I believe that would be Maryland.
Wow, give the guy $200.
Annapolis, to be precise.
23,400 in the total. 23,406. See, my pen broke.
See, I was over 25,000. Now I got it under 23,000.
Let me tell you something. I want to tell you something. What's great
I've
about
consolidated my debts.
Let me tell you what's amazing about being from the University of Michigan fan base. I figured out how to use this pen without having it working properly. See that? All it is the guts. Michigan State person would have had nowhere to go. They couldn't even come up with a total for you.
Yeah, the Walmart Wolverine fans are nothing short of impressive.
And bad news. Guess what?
What?
No weather this week.
Oh no! What's he doing?
Well,
is he on spring break? Spring break.
Well, someone said
someone
said he was going down to clean up after the hurricane in Florida.
Oh right. Okay. Wait. Really?
That's what he said.
Yeah, I think they've already cleaned that up.
That's what he said.
Somebody's out there tossing back a few natty lights. That's what that sounds like to me.
I don't make any judgments or assumptions. I'm taking the man for his word.
I don't know that his future employers are going to look too kindly on that. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
We'll see.
Plan on talking to you back here tomorrow.
See ya!